Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Kayla and this is my backyard garden at my home in North Texas. As you can see, it is a bit of a mess. So today we're going to try to get it cleaned up and try to get it ready to transition from spring summer garden to fall garden. So mainly that's going to be a lot of clearing things out and then making room for some new fall plants. So I'll start by kind of showing you through the garden and showing you what's going on at the moment, and then we'll get started cleaning up. Good morning, Cora. So yeah, essentially everything in here is basically just overgrown. I haven't really been out here at all since Wesley's been born, so I think I was maybe a little bit overambitious thinking that I would come out here and actually harvest vegetables. So anyways, this is one of my giant mammoth sunflowers that is done, as you can see down here. It's huge. I don't know if I can't get the angle right, but it's way bigger than my hand. But yeah, I have another one of those over there as well. So these will be coming out. Crossvine is still doing really well. It's starting to actually grow along the fence, which is really exciting. And then there's this mess. So this is the Gomphrena that has just exploded. I might try to cut some of it back just to create some walking paths, but I'll probably just leave this alone. There's a ton back in here. There's an eggplant that I'll leave. Let's see, back here is where I had my okra. It did really well, but I just didn't come out here and harvest it. So there's all this okra that can't really be eaten at this point because it gets hard and woody after a while. So I'll probably take these pods down at the bottom and save them for seed, but then these plants will probably be coming out. The other sunflower, like I mentioned. Let's see. Back in here, let me get to this front bed. These basil plants are doing really well. This is the Emerald Towers basil, which is my favorite variety. It looks beautiful. We've had over 100-degree days for many days at this point, and it hasn't bolted. It looks great. And then, yeah, this zinnia also looks amazing. I'll probably be leaving that, but I've got the tomatillos back in here that I just didn't take care of, so they're very spindly. Probably not going to produce anything, so I'll take those out. This pepper over here is very, very dead because I forgot that the drip irrigation I rerouted to this fig tree. So this got no water, so obviously dead. That'll be coming out. One exciting thing is I do have a cantaloupe back in here from the cantaloupe plant that I basically just ignored. So I'll try to keep that. I might try to take some of the beans out. These beans are all of the yellow leaves up in here. They're probably not gonna, they're not gonna produce any beans at this point, but I don't want to accidentally disrupt the cantaloupe while I'm taking it out. So we'll see, I might just leave them so I don't hurt anything. Let's see, yes, all the tomatoes that I planted in this bed died because I did not pay any attention to them. So don't need to worry about taking anything out here. I'll take out this marigold, and I might leave these marigold plants in the front. I'm a little undecided. We'll see if I need more room to plant things, but if not, I'll probably just leave those alone. And then cucumbers. So this is the mess that I'm really not excited about trying to clean up. Yeah, cucumbers, you really need to be out here often harvesting them, and I just wasn't. So it's unfortunately a lot of wasted food, which I really, really hate. So yeah, I'm gonna take these out and get them in as much as I can in the compost. Not all of this is gonna fit in the compost. But yeah, for my fall garden, I think I'm going to focus more on flowers. I'll still have some vegetables, but not any vegetables that require like constant harvesting, because I'm just not out here enough to do that, and I don't like wasting food. So yeah, we're gonna take those out. And then over here are the eggplants. If you watched the last video, you would have seen all these plants. These are still doing great. I need to try to maybe pick this one up off the ground and somehow maybe tie it to the frame or something like that. That might not work though. I don't want to break it in the process, but it's annoying not having this walking path here. So yeah, this zinnia also doing great. I'll probably clean up the dead flowers, and then that's probably all I'll do here. And then Gomphrena over here doing well. And I just don't know about this blackberry. I'm considering, maybe I'll see if my mom wants it. I just don't think it's worth me having it. I feel like if you're gonna grow blackberries, you need several plants in order to make it kind of worth it. Because I get maybe a handful of blackberries every year from this, and that's like a lot of work for not a lot of reward. So yeah, I might see if I can give that to my mom or otherwise compost it. Lemon tree is still looking great. And that's kind of an overview of the garden at the moment. So a lot of just taking things out today. I'm gonna direct seed some flowers if I have time, but I'm trying to get all this done pretty quickly in the morning because it's supposed to be, I think, 104 today, which I do not want to be outside in. So it's bright and early in the morning at the moment, and yeah, let's see how much we can get done today. Alright, while I'm here, I'm gonna look for any zinnias that are dead. Go ahead and clip those off. That will promote new growth. More of these pretty yellow blooms. Forget what variety. I think this is the canary bird variety. Yellow canary bird, that sounds right. Definitely gonna plant these every year. They are gorgeous. I think I am gonna stick the cage back in to help these out, because I don't really want them falling over like this. Alright, I really like this Gomphrena. It's just a little bit in the way of everything. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit around the sides, I think, but mostly just leave it alone. You know, I say that, but do I want to spend the time doing this when I've got other things that are more important? Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to do this. I can still walk around it. And it doesn't matter if I run into it. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Changing my mind. Okay, this marigold could probably stay, but I think I'm going to plant something else here, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out. I need to be careful here because I don't want to accidentally break my cantaloupe. Oh, that was a bean. Oh well. Shoot. I'll probably have to take that out now, or it's gonna look really bad. That's melon, but I don't need that vine, so that can come out. I'm gonna leave the bean. I'm gonna leave it. It doesn't matter. I think that might be all for this bed. All right, the beans were bothering me, so I changed my mind and took those out. Oh, I need to get that little piece. Got these zinnias in here that are just kind of flopped over and in the way. So I think I'm gonna try to tie them up to this post. Maybe. They're quite big at this point though. Since these were on the ground growing upwards, they're all gonna be curved down towards the ground, but they will straighten back out after a day or two. Ooh, spider. Sure. All right, we're gonna try to get in here next. How do I even... So this is an eggplant that maybe I just need to stake up somehow. Maybe tie it to the trellis. Yeah, let me go get some string. I'm gonna take this eggplant off because that's just extra weight that I don't need. Oh, pretty good looking eggplant. Okay, that's something. Let's see if I can get this on the trellis. Okay, I think I'll give that a day or two to kind of adjust to being in this new position, and then I'll come back out and tie it up some more, but at least I can see the walkway, which is progress. Oh golly, there are so many weeds. All right, a job for another day. All right, next up we've got this sunflower and this okra. Let me go ahead and get the dried okra pods off here. And you can tell that they're ready to be taken off for seed if you can shake them and you hear that. Those are all the seeds inside. So yeah, I'll grab maybe one more of those to save. Excellent. Okay, so we'll save these for next year, and then we'll take this down. This is covered in mealybugs, so this definitely needs to come out. Whoa, jeez. Oh. There's a huge grasshopper at the top of this. I don't really want you here. Go please. Go please. Go please. Okay, he doesn't want to come off. Maybe if I... You see him? I don't know if this is in focus, but he's crawling towards me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. He jumped away more violently than I was expecting. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I think I might just leave that little stump in there because that's going to be hard to get out. There's this ochre plant here, actually. It looks pretty good. And hasn't started bolting. I might leave that one. Yeah, I might leave this one and see if it starts producing, because it looks pretty good. This one next to it, though, has started bolting up here. So I will be taking this one and then this red burgundy right next to it. Alrighty, I don't think I'm going to try to take out the stumps because they are very hard to get out. There's a ton of mushrooms in here. Alright, let me show you all what's going on. Alright, so we've got this ochre plant that hasn't started to bolt yet. You can see the new growth at the top there. So it's technically still okra season, so I'm gonna leave it and see if it starts producing. I've got these cucumbers down here that also might take off, so I think I'm gonna just put them up on the trellis, make sure they're secure, and maybe now that they're gonna get a little bit more light, they'll start to grow more. And then yeah, there are these really large stumps in here that I probably will not be taking out because they're really hard to get out. And it's gonna definitely disrupt this okra plant if I try to do that. So yeah, here's how we're looking. I'm gonna get the cucumbers up and then we'll be done with this bed. I'm gonna leave the Gomphrena as it is. And then here is the walkway. You can actually walk through it, looking much better. There's not too much to do in this front bed, just basically taking out this marigold and then these cucumbers, which aren't as big as the cucumbers behind it, so hopefully this one won't take too long. I'll probably take out the netting also because I'm gonna put flowers in this bed, I think, so I won't need the netting for that. Okay, so that's the front bed. I'll take the netting down later. That doesn't need to happen right now. Okay, this is the part that I'm least looking forward to. Yeah, I think we just start somewhere. and just go bit by bit. Alrighty, there is a bit more to do with the eggplant, but it's getting hot and I am covered in bugs and debris from clearing out those cucumbers. So there's pretty much nothing I want to do except go inside and take a shower. But yeah, I think that was good progress. So we got this cleared out, got this cleared out. I have a walkway again. Got an ochre plant back there looking good. And whew, this bed cleared out. I'll take down the nets later. And back here, I don't know if this Mexican torch sunflower is still blooming, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. And then there's a new amaranth plant coming out, so that's cool. And then yeah, I do have these peppers still in here. Looks like one might have gotten eaten by something. I think that was a jalapeno, but I'll leave them. I got a couple serranos I can pick. Yeah, all right, so that will be tomorrow. Basically, I just need to get all of the overripe eggplant off of it and try to tie it up a bit. Yeah, all right, that's it for today. All right, it is the next day and it's already quite, ooh, wasp. It's already quite hot out, so I'm gonna be trying to work quickly, but this eggplant bed is the last one I need to do. So basically I just need to get any eggplants that are overripe, get those off the plants, and then maybe try to stake them up a bit better, but I might just leave them. I hate not having that walkway though, so we'll see. Oh geez. I can handle most bugs, but wasps I do not like. So yeah, I'm gonna find all the eggplant that are overripe and yellow. I'll show you one real quick. Oh, there's a lot in here. This one, for example, just, yeah, yellow, obviously not the color they're supposed to be. So I'm gonna get all of those off these plants and then see what I can do about getting them more contained in this bed. I'm debating just cutting this entirely off because there's plenty of branching on the growth that's still contained in the bed, the part that didn't split off. And that's going to be way easier than trying to stake this up. So, I don't know. It feels bad, but I think that might be the way to go. Yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. So let's see. Oh, that feels so much better. Okay. Yeah, that was a good decision. All right, I got all the eggplant cleared out, and then chopped off a few branches that I thought were unnecessary. So we're good pretty much on all sides except the back here. The back is, as you can see, growing out a little bit. I'm still have this walkway though, so I'm considering just leaving it. I might try to, oh gosh, ran into the fence. I might try to get this little bunch staked up a bit, but I think otherwise we're pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that now. And then the last thing I wanna do over here is take out this Mexican torch sunflower. It's just like looking a little rough. And it's still a good time to direct seed sunflowers. So I think I'm gonna either start a new one or a different variety in this spot. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what I'm gonna do next. All right, unsurprisingly, my phone overheated while I was filming, so I got the eggplant staked up. I took down the nets that were hanging up here, and then I also took out that sunflower that was in this back bed. So I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough of the garden, just show you how things are looking now, and then also tell you what I'm gonna be planting by seed. I'm probably gonna come back out and do that tonight, so I'll just tell you my plans. I'm probably going to put either some zinnias or some sunflowers in here. I've got these canary bird zinnias, and then also the, I think those are giant salmon ones up there. So one of those two varieties I'll be putting in here. This is how the crossvine is looking. Really excited about that. Then we got fig tree over here still doing well. Then all of these zinnias. In this bed, I'm going to be planting some squash. Let me get the seeds. So I've got these Casperita pumpkins that look pretty fun. I think they're a small variety, kind of like the Jacoby Little that I grew last year. And then I've also got this honey nut squash that is supposedly resistant to squash vine borers. But we'll see how true that is. I always have trouble with squash vine borers, but I haven't planted squash in this bed. They've always been over here. So we'll see. Moving them is always a good idea. We'll see how they do here. So I'm going to plant these two varieties here next to the cantaloupe. And then I think I'm going to leave this blank for some fall flowers that I'll be starting soon. I'll start those indoors though. Then let's see, we'll go back over here. This is the Gumfrina. Huge, looking good. Not giving me much space to walk, but that's fine. And then over here we have that okra plant that hadn't bolted yet, so I'm going to leave that alone. And then I think I'm going to direct seed some, get the seeds. It's hard doing this with one hand. Some additional red burgundy okra just here. You know, the stump does have a little plant growing out of it, so maybe I'll leave that and see if that takes off. But this was the other stump that's definitely done. So I'll be putting at least one or two okra plants in here, and then maybe another sunflower as well. These cucumbers aren't looking too hot, but I'll probably just leave them alone and then pull them if they die. A lot of this stuff had shade from plants that were in here before, but now that I've taken it out, it's like in full sun. So a lot of them are struggling a little bit, but we'll just see how they do. Let's see. Got those zinnias in that pot, another eggplant over there that's staked up now, looking good. There's another amaranth in here that's growing, so I'll leave that. And then I also staked up the previous plant. I don't know if they continue to branch, but I'm gonna leave the plant that was in there to see if it puts on more, I guess, flowers. I don't know what you would call it. They're really cool though. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Not really. Apparently you can pop those seeds like popcorn though. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that. We'll see. Peppers over here, again, are struggling a little bit because they're now no longer shaded by those cucumbers. But I'll leave them, and as long as they can survive the next couple of weeks, they'll be fine. Let's see. What else? Oh, I'm probably going to plant some sunflowers in this bed as well. Let me get the variety. I think these will look really pretty for the fall time. And then I'm starting a lot of like pink and peachy like stock and straw flowers and snapdragons and things like that. So I think that will look really pretty in the fall. More eggplant here. This is how all of the eggplant is looking now. I can actually walk around this bed. Whenever you tie up growth that was previously growing another way, it's always going to look a little funky when you first tie it up, but it should adjust and then relax a little bit, so these leaves will fall back down and look more normal. There's quite a few eggplant in here that I actually need to harvest. You see there's a big one right here. If I can get this out of the way, that looks really good. So I'll probably come back through tonight and pick those, but there are a lot of new ones on the way. There is a bug that I really don't like to see, so I'll have to handle that as well. I put a cucumber in here a while back and it's just stayed really small, so I might pull that and plant some sunflowers in here as well. Undecided. I might save that for fall flowers as well. And then here's our bed. I'm kind of just ignoring. Rosemary still looks good. Thyme looks a little bit dried, but it's still fine. There are actually some onion chives back in here too, but yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Gomphrena looking good, zinnias. And then I'm going to plant another pumpkin in the front of this bed. I'm gonna do one of these big ones. This is the sweet meat winter squash. I tried this last year, but I grew it on this trellis and it was just way too big. It was not handling it. So I'm gonna plant it in the front of this bed and then see if I can just get it to kind of wind through here. But yeah, so a lot of plants that won't require as much like constant maintenance, like tomatoes and cucumbers, because I'm just not out here enough for that. But yeah, so I'll get those seeded soon. I'm gonna start my fall flowers inside, and that's the plan. All right, I can feel myself actively getting sunburned, so I'm gonna head inside, but thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And let's see, where did I leave my garden shears? Where did I put my garden shears?